Alexander Fleming was a Scottish physician, microbiologist, and pharmacologist who is best known for his discovery of penicillin, the first antibiotic drug. He was born on August 6, 1881 in Ayrshire, Scotland, and studied medicine at St Mary's Hospital Medical School in London. After completing his studies, he worked as a research assistant in bacteriology at St Mary's and later as a professor of bacteriology at the University of London. Fleming's discovery of penicillin in 1928 was a major breakthrough in the treatment of bacterial infections. He observed that a mold called Penicillium notatum was able to inhibit the growth of bacteria in a petri dish. This led him to develop a method for isolating and purifying the active substance from the mold, which he called penicillin. Fleming's discovery revolutionized medicine and saved countless lives during World War I and II and beyond. At the current time of war, treatments using Lister's antiseptic techniques were used, however they were ineffective. Fleming did not only discover penicillin, but he also discovered lysozymes. In 1922, Fleming discovered a substance in tears, mucus, and other bodily fluids that had antibacterial properties. He identified this substance as lysozyme, an enzyme that breaks down the cell walls of certain bacteria. He concluded this by plating golden bacteria on a petri plate along with an inoculation of his mucus from the nose. Once incubated, he saw that the area around the mucus had no bacterial growth, suggesting that some sort of substance within the mucus was fighting off this bacteria. He also realized with multiple trials that fresh mucus was even more potent than old mucus. Upon multiple years, Fleming began to work on Lister's antiseptic models that he had left behind. He wanted to conclude the ability of these antiseptics to not only act on bacteria, but on host immune white blood cells as well. He found that there was a lower concentration for killing white blood cells than killing bacteria, hinting that they are detrimental to the hist and other mechanisms are needed. In 1928, Fleming was working in his laboratory at St Mary's Hospital in London, England, when he noticed that a petri dish of Staphylococcus bacteria he had left out had become contaminated with mold. He observed that the area around the mold was clear, while the rest of the dish was covered in bacteria. This observation led him to hypothesize that the mold was producing a substance that was killing the bacteria. As mentioned earlier, he determined a drug called penicillin that could effectively treat staph and strep infections in vivo and vitro. With joining the team of Oxford, also known as Chain and Floria, they were able to isolate penicillin from these molds and partially purify them. Through these discoveries, penicillin trials were investigated in animals, then humans, then in patients to help treat bacterial infections. Their mass production was crucial for the fight of wounds for those in the United States and Europe during the war. In the future, Fleming's discovery and mass production of penicillin could not have been done without the Oxford team and was a crucial advancement in treatments with chemicals. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 1945, along with Howard Florey and Ernst Chain for their work on penicillin. Fleming died on March 11, 1955, in London, England. His legacy as a pioneering microbiologist and the discoverer of penicillin has had a lasting impact on modern medicine.